Remember this name, Jermaine Tobar, the dude that's on the right. He's a grad student from the University of Queensland in Australia that just cracked the code to paradox-free time travel. Now, in order to understand this, you gotta know what a paradox is. So imagine you go back in time and you stop your parents from ever meeting. That means you can't ever be born, which means you can't ever go back in time to stop your parents from meeting, which means that you would still be born because your parents would meet, and then you'd still go back in time, and then it doesn't work. It's a paradox. So this guy used Einstein's general theory of relativity and basically found out that space-time is self-correcting. So if you go back in time and stop your parents from meeting at a certain point, then they would just meet at another point in time, and then you'd still be born to go back in time and do the thing that you did. So this opens up time travel as like a real possibility, because time travelers could now go back in time and do things with basically no consequence or very minimal consequence, because space-time would still correct itself. You couldn't stop COVID, though.
I'm mad at Disney, they tricked me, had me wishing on a shooting star. But now I'm 20-something, I still
What's up, Texas? How I bitches poppin'? I seen that OnlyFans. What's up, Tiger? He going stupid, eating that pussy, eye chewing. He said, girl, you got that peach, but I know that came straight from Houston.
Voici de l'acide nitrique, HNO3. Boum. Et ça, c'est une pièce de 5 centimes. Ces pièces, elles sont en acier et plaquées d'une couche de cuivre. Et le cuivre, Cu, eh bien ça réagit pas mal avec l'acide nitrique, justement. Voilà ce qui se passe si j'en mets un peu sur la pièce. Ça réagit assez vite en fait, et ça produit un gaz, c'est du dioxyde d'azote, et également une solution bleue qui est du nitrate de cuivre. En fait, le cuivre, il va se dissoudre. Et si j'avais immergé totalement la pièce, ça se serait en fait fait ronger, et j'ai pas envie de le faire. Et avec une faible dose comme ici, c'est seulement une fine couche qui va disparaître. Une minute plus tard, regardez-moi ça comme elle est propre. Toute neuve.
I'm a scientist who studies COVID-19, and these are some things to be hopeful about. Today is Sunday, January 31st. Good news number 1. Daily new cases and new hospitalizations are convincingly on the decline in the United States, and deaths are flatlining and will soon start to come down. Good news number 2. Although some variants like B1351, the one first identified from South Africa, do appear to be slightly able to evade immunity from the vaccines still do a good job of preventing hospitalizations and preventing deaths from those variants. So that's still pretty good. Good news number 3. Several new types of promising treatments are doing well in their clinical trials. For example, some drugs that target the human rather than the virus, which means they'll be far less likely to be affected by any mutations that have happened or may happen in the future. One example is recent phase 3 studies have started of inhaled interferon, which jumpstart your body's antiviral immune response. Make sure to like and follow so that I know if you find this useful. I'll see you tomorrow.
So, growing up, we had pigeon farms, and it was my duty as a child to take care of the pigeons. When I turned about 14 years old, we ended up getting a chicken farm as well. Once again, it was me and my brother's jobs to take care of the pigeons. I ended up going to college for chemistry, and I always wanted to make a chicken and a pigeon into one animal. So I took the DNA from a pigeon and fertilized a chicken egg with it. And I was so surprised with what I had found. I created an entire new species, and I didn't know what to call them. So maybe you can help. I want to call them either a chicken or a pickin'. Maybe you can help me in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Three, two, one.
This was so lame, but check this out. Potassium iodide breaks hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen, and we get a huge foam, which is a lot better than the last one.
Something for your mind.
Cut plus balloon plus a candle equals ghost onion rings?
Welcome to Cap or Slap, where I test TikTok trends that I think are cap, but if I'm proven wrong, I have to get slapped.
First, we're going to cut a hole at the bottom of the cup. Your cutout should look something like that. Once that's done, you're going to make a cut right in the middle of the balloon, Once you cut your balloon in half, just wrap it around the top of the cup. Like that.
Excuse me, sir. Can you buy me that cup?
Blow a candle.
Ghost onion rings? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. I deserve a slap.
Okay, slap me.
I have a question for the science man on TikTok. If you have a humidifier and a dehumidifier in the same room, can you wirelessly transmit water?